Hey guys, this is DaGadgetGuru. I'm going to be doing, I guess you could classify this as a Yu-Gi-Oh! Rant video. Um, I'm just going to talk about the one kind of player I can't stand. Now, I know there's a bunch of different types of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. There are those little kids who are totally into the show. They're like, I summon Blue Eyes White Dragon, I attack you for 3,000 directly, etc., etc. And they're all hyped and stuff, and people get annoyed by them, but I can stand them. I can stand that person who, like always has to have the last word, always has to be right. He's like, well, I would have won if I got this. Well, I would have done this if I had this. I mean, if you didn't have that, then blah, blah. I can stand them. I can stand those rich little snobby kids who run around with like, I don't know, 5,000 Judgment Dragons and 5,000 Darkharm Dragons and, 400 copies of every SJC card in existence. I can stand them. I can stand the old people who play just for fun. People are like, well, why would you play if you're just here to annoy me, like with Final Countdown or something? I mean, if they want to have fun, whatever, I can stand them. I can stand almost any kind of Yu-Gi-Oh player. The only player I cannot stand in Yu-Gi-Oh, unfortunately, is one there's a lot of. It's that kid who should be in college, or sometimes high school, but mostly college. He's about 19, 20 years old, something like that, maybe older. It doesn't matter. He's got money. He's got more money than Bill Gates, more or less. And he's got all the cards, etc., etc. And anytime he goes online and sees a good deck, like a top deck that has shown him, he decks it, and then he calls it his own. That right there, just to start, is really bad. The fact that he's copying other people's decks and saying, "Oh, this is my build. This is my build. This is my build." It's like, dude, it's not your build. What are you talking about? But I could even stand that. The thing I can't stand is usually you know one of these guys from your locals. They got tons of money, amazing cards, stuff like that. They're a good player. I'm saying this right now. They're a good player, but they're not God. Like, seriously. Basically, whenever you're there, you top at the locals. Whenever you're not there, they top. Sorry, noisy ass truck. So basically, whenever you're there, you're topping all the locals. You're getting first place, second place, something like that. When you're not there, they're topping. They're getting first every time. And then when you both are there, it ends up 90% of the time being you and him in the finals. And you're playing it out, and it's a really good game, and you end up beating him, and he just loses it. I mean, he says, "Oh, you sacked me. Oh, you stacked me. Oh, you did this. Oh, you did that. Oh, you did this." And it's like, dude, what is your problem exactly? Because I know someone like that. He's a good player. I'm not gonna. He is a good player. He's. I mean, this player. Usually, they've got a few shonen tops, maybe a nationals, maybe a worlds. Not usually. I mean, sometimes people do, obviously, but I'm saying, for the most part, they've got a few tops at big tournaments, they've got all the cards, etc., etc., so they think they're the shit. But then when they lose to you, they automatically assume that you cheated. Or they just drew bad, or you drew really good, or something like that. I mean, and then after they lose to you, they will follow you around, and they'll just walk up to you when you're playing, and they're like, "Why do you run that card? That's so horrible." Or why did you just do that move? That's a stupid move. I mean, all they're trying to do is make you mad, like put you down and put your deck down, just so they can feel better because they lost to you. Which I think is kind of contradictory of itself. Them dissing your deck, which kicked their ass, which means if they say your deck is shit, what does that make their deck? It's like, okay, my deck's shit and yours lost to mine. Stop playing the game. I mean, seriously, it's kind of funny, kind of sad at the same time. I mean, sometimes, yeah, okay, sometimes I sack him. Sometimes I get really good hands, fine. But most of the time, I beat his deck just outright. Like, we went to, the last regionals we went to, oh no, it wasn't a regionals, was it? It was like our regionals. It's like a big box tournament thing or something. Like, You get lots of prizes and shit. I don't know. It's like a regional sort of, I guess. More prizes maybe. I don't know. Anyways, we went there, and I think it was 6 rounds of Swiss and then top 8. And in Swiss, I went 5-1. He went, like, I think it was 4-2. So I topped, he didn't. And because I topped, he said that the only way I could have done that was just by, like, cheating. He's like, oh yeah, gadgets suck. Gadgets can't win. You know, they can't win anything. Blah, blah, blah. Gadgets are crap, etc., etc., etc. This was in the old format, before Lightsworn got nerfed. I beat out Lightsworns and Blackwings and all that with my gadget deck. So that's why he thinks I was stacking. Or cheating, or whatever you want to call it. And he was playing Blackwings. So he was like, well, if I didn't top, there's no way you could have topped without cheating. I'm like, are you... that's so arrogant to think that if you can't top, someone else can't top. It's just not possible. I mean, it is possible. I mean, in the top 8 was 2 Blackwing, 4 Lightsworn, my gadget, and another guy's like stun chaos deck, like Thunder King Ryu's, Doom Calibers, Chaos Sorcerers, shit like that, you know, that kind of stuff. Just a stun deck. And he topped 2. So it's like, so you're saying he cheated too? What? But it's just these kind of players that I can't stand. And then, like, they'll walk around, they'll dish you, they'll be like, oh, you don't know how to build a deck, you're stupid, you know, that was a bad play, etc., etc. They'll try and dish your deck, they're like, well, that's a crappy card to run, you know, that deck would never do anything at a shonen, you know, my deck would cream yours, even though I lose to it every time I play it, but yeah, you know, my deck would cream yours, etc., etc. And when they fail to dish your deck, and they fail to dish you, because you're just like, okay, that's cool, man, I got no problem with it. When they fail to do that, they try and go out, and sometimes they'll be arrogant enough to go after, like, your family and stuff. They'll be like, well, I mean, I can't blame you completely, because, I mean, I see where you got your stupidity from. Your mom's not that smart. I'm just like, what? You're, like, calling my mom stupid? What? What does that have to do with it? What does that have to do with, like, the price of tea in China or something? I mean, come on, what? I mean, this is a card game, people. It's a card game. And I want to say this to all you people right now. If you lose to someone, whether they sack you, whether they just, like, outright kick your ass and wipe the floor with your face, anything like that, be a man. Be man enough to stand up and go, you know what? That was a good game. Even if it wasn't, be like, you know, that was a good game. You won. I lost. Maybe it'll be different next time. And walk away. Be man enough to do that. Like, that's what I try and do every game. If I lose, I'm just like, dude, that was crap. But, you know, he beat me. If I see him in the finals, I'm kicking his ass. You know, that's how I feel. You don't sit there and just go and sit there and badmouth him all the time. I mean, if you want to go talk to your little buddies and be like, dude, this guy just sacked me. He's a jackass. Blah, blah, blah. Or like he was card sharking you or something. You can go talk to your buddies. But don't sit there and, like, call him names and stuff. I mean, that's just so childish. So I think in wrap up, if you know one of these kind of players, I know he's going to see this video, and he's going to, in the next Saturday, he's going to come to me, he's going to be like, so yeah, you're bitching on YouTube about me? Yeah? Oh, okay. And really, dude, this isn't meant to bitch at you. This is just telling people that the only kind of player I can't stand. And I want to know your guys' opinions. Like, do you agree with me? What kind of players can't you stand? You know, just your general ideas. And, oh, if you're wondering why I have these cards out here, these are the general sacking cards. Vortex, blow up their entire field. Special summon for game. Brain control. Oh, look. Brain, attack for game. Mirror Force. You're losing horribly. Top deck it, set it. They attack Mirror Force. Torrential. Top deck it, set it. They summon Torrential, you know. These are the sacking cards, so I just put them out there. So, yeah. This was DaGadgetGuru coming at you with a somewhat kind of rant. Probably won't do these very often. So, I'll talk to you all later. Alright, bye.